You can't experience the life you want if you're being inauthentic. I recently did a talk in front of 300 people in Vegas where I pretty much gave them an experience that freaking changed their life. After it was done, I literally got bombarded by hundreds, yes, literally hundreds of people who were stopping me. I was just trying to use the bathroom, but I was getting stopped person after person. After 2 hours of listening to women, all these stories from the women and the men feeling empowered and the women feeling safe, I was like, man, I gotta give this to the public. I gotta give this video, this talk to everybody to experience. So that's exactly what I did. Now, here's the thing. If you're gonna be the person that just listens to this passively, save it for a different time. This is a video that is not just learning. You're actually applying what you're learning. So I'm taking you through exercises in real time, and I don't want you to be the person that just listens to this. It's like you gotta immerse yourself in this information if you want it to have the impact like it did on the 300 people in the room. With that said, if you're ready to awaken that masculine or feminine energy inside of you, for both the women and the men, I take them through different exercises, but either way, it's powerful just to be in the energy and experience what each side of the masculine and the feminine experienced in my talk. I hope you enjoy it. If you do, please leave a like, comment, and share it with somebody you love.
When I lost everything financially and I was 21 living with my grandma in her basement on a cot, it wasn't a really good feeling in my confidence. I felt like things couldn't change. I didn't know where I was doing, where I was going. But I remembered something that I remembered when I was 17, and it was the power of decision. It was the power of making up my mind that things were gonna change. Because when I was 17 years old, I got introduced to all the stuff you guys are learning. The power of your mind, the power of your intentions, the power of belief. So I'm 21 years old, I'm staying in my grandma's basement, and one day I just get this energy inside of me. Who's ever been so pissed off of things being the same that you just had to make a change? Show of hands. Just like, I'm fed up. You hit that line, and you draw a line in the sand, and you say, I am never going to experience this again. And that's what I did that day, and I wrote out my vision of my life. I was like, I'm gonna move to LA. I was living in Michigan at the time. I'm gonna work with, spiritual leaders and spread their messages online. I'm gonna help people doing good work in this world to make it bigger and more well-known. I didn't even really know what I was doing. I was just making decisions and writing it down like a crazy man. Literally 1 month later, I get a call from my buddy Spencer, who I was working for at the time, and he said, bro, we gotta pack our bags and move to LA. I was like, why? He's like, because we have an opportunity of a lifetime to work with one of the biggest celebrities in the world. If I said his name, all of you guys would know who he is. And we need to go, and I need you on the team. I need you there in person. So within 3 days, I was like, okay, mom, okay, grandma, I'm leaving. And I was off to LA. And from that moment, my life fucking changed big time. Sorry for that F-bomb, but language is a very conscious choice you can use to pierce people's subconscious. So, I'm off to LA. And to make a long story really short, I ended up getting a job where I was making about $3,000 a month. By this time, I was 22 years old. By the time I was 24, I ended up starting my own company. I was making more than $30,000 per month. And by 26 years old, I had made my first million in 1 year. And my life was never the same. Now here's the interesting thing. When I was living in my grandma's basement, I was doing the exact same thing in terms of my skills, in terms of my business, as I was when I was making millions. The exact same skills. Literally. So what changed? It was a belief inside of me of what I was truly worth. That's the long, shortened version. I'm just gonna leave you guys at that because I don't wanna just talk to you today. I don't wanna just tell you my story and tell you all my accomplishments. That's not what I came here for. But I did wanna give you some context so you know I didn't come out the gate, I didn't make my money teaching people how to make money. I didn't make my money teaching people how to change their mindset. I made my money by working on myself, investing quite literally hundreds of thousands of dollars into my own personal development, building a real business in real life, which I still own today, but I do not operate it. A lot of you guys have no idea what that concept is. You can actually own a business and not work in the business. And you're not gonna learn that unless you get into this stuff first and get into the personal development and change your mind and change your heart. But I built a real business. I created real success. And I can talk to you all day about that, but I want you to experience what I did. And the biggest thing you have to learn how to do is change your energy. Some of you are like, maybe. But my goal for this talk is twofold. Number one, I want to give you a practical way to program yourself for success. Because here's the reality, guys. Some of you guys don't, well, I think all you guys are almost there. But some of you guys don't fully believe in hypnosis, or maybe you're a little skeptical. But I'm telling you, you are being hypnotized every single day of the fucking week. And if you're not consciously choosing to hypnotize yourself, the environment is going to hypnotize you. And guess what? That hypnosis is going to be one of fear, it's going to be one of doubt, it's going to be one of limitation, it's going to be one of scarcity. So you have to take conscious control of your energy so you can perceive the truth, not just in the environment, but the truth about yourself, what you're really here for, what you're here to create, what you're here to give, what you're here to contribute. There's more to you than you know, but you can't do it if you're being programmed by the environment to be in so much fear. So that's number one. Number two, I want to help you awaken your core energy and take off the mask so that you can live authentically. We're living in a very interesting time in our culture. A lot of men have become feminine. They have lost their center. Ladies in here, make some noise if men have become feminine. It's not a good thing, but they've made the noise, so you know it's real. On the other end, a lot of women have become very masculine. And when I say masculine and feminine, I'm not really talking about gender. It's energy. Men can be feminine and women can be masculine. But if it's not authentic, how could you live at that high vibrational state? Remember the spiral consciousness chart? Authenticity was way up top. But a lot of men in our culture, they have forgotten who the hell they are, so they're a masculine man, but they put on this feminine mask, and they show up in this pleasy kind of way, and then they're like not fulfilled. And they think that's what women want. Then they struggle in their relationship, and then they struggle in business. Women, on the other hand, they've been taught that you can't be vulnerable, big girls don't cry, blah, blah, blah. So they build up all these walls to protect themselves, rightfully so. And that might be great to succeed in business, but it will not be great to succeed in an intimate relationship. So, I want to give you experiences today that allow you to experience that energy. Because a lot of you haven't felt it in a very long time, and I can tell you, once you do, you remember a part of yourself that you've maybe abandoned. So, what controls your actions? Just give me some thoughts. What controls your actions? Say it out loud. Okay. Environment, emotions, yes. Your thoughts, kinda. Other people, whoa. Okay, past experiences, yes. It's your emotional states is what controls your actions. If you want to learn how to change your life, you don't try to change things in your environment first. That's what people try to do. That might shift your emotional states. But if you're in a limited state of consciousness trying to change the things around you, you're going to take limited actions. But if you're in a high energy, if you have high confidence, if you have high certainty, if you have high belief, if you have high passion and you take an action, that action is going to be way more powerful than some limited little action. Because we don't see the world as it is, we see it as we are. So if we're in a low energy state and we're taking an action, is that action ever going to be fruitful? Of course not. If you make a decision from fear, you almost always know it's the wrong decision. So you have to learn how to change your emotional states. So Harvard did this little study. It's kind of silly. It's called power postures. All you have to do, you can try it all right now, stand up. All they did was they measured people who did power postures. That's like put your hands like this. Stand up, come on. Put your hands like this, Wonder Woman stance, or a guy sits on his desk, or a woman puts your hands back and feel really confident and good. And they found that in just 2 minutes, your testosterone increases by 20%, and your cortisol drops, which is the stress hormone, by 25%, increasing the likeliness of taking a risk by more than 30%. Now, why is that significant? Everybody in here is a leader or an entrepreneur. They're here to influence the world around them. They're here to be more powerful. They're here to serve more. Well, if your testosterone is higher, it's not a masculine or feminine thing. Women have testosterone just as much as men. A lot of men don't fucking have testosterone in our culture today. But you got to learn how to take control of your biochemistry. So when things get hard, you can still go. Because guess what? As soon as you make a decision to change your life, keep standing, because we want to do it for 2 minutes, and breathe deep while you're doing it. As soon as you make a decision that you want to change your life, I'm going to buy Dom's program, I'm going to change my life, I'm going to go all in, guess what happens? You go, and then fear kicks in, and you go back. That is not how you live a beautiful life. You have to learn how to break through that. But a lot of people don't have the tools, they're not equipped with the right resources inside of themselves to follow through on their decisions. Because their nervous system isn't programmed properly. All right, how do you feel? Pretty good? What if we made it even more intense? What if we not only just put ourselves in a power posture, but we used our voice, we screamed, we yelled, we jumped like crazy people? How much do you think your risk tolerance would go up? How much would your emotional state change? So what I want to do is I'm going to turn on a song, and I want you guys, the energy's been okay, but I want you to go to like, not a 5, not a 6, not a 7, like 1,000. And I don't want you to just do it for you. I want you right now to turn to the person next to you and say, I'm gonna go for it, are you? Go ahead. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna crank our energy. This is called an energy crank. I learned it from one of my mentors. And I don't want you to just listen. I want you to feel. And what you're gonna do is you're gonna raise your arms up like this and start jumping. Not yet, not yet. We're gonna let the beat build. And I want you to feel like, we're in Vegas, Sin City. You can't hold back with this. You can't be passive. You can't be like, I don't know, what if somebody judges me? We're all in this shit together. You feel that? Let's go! Uh-oh. Here it comes. It's building. Can you feel it? I want you to unleash energy in a way you haven't done all weekend. And you're just gonna go crazy. I'm gonna do it with you. 1. Turn it up. 2. 2.5. 3. Go crazy. Come on, you got more than that. Come on. Feel it. Come on, come on, come on. Bring it, feel it. Come on, bring that energy. Yes. Feel it, feel it. Okay. That was okay. That was okay. I'll give you guys like a 9.5. Some of you held back. I don't want you to hold back. See, the illusion is that if I use energy, I'm gonna lose it. That is total bullshit. We generate energy by our emotions. So we're gonna do one more. And I don't want a 10, I want 1,000. Make a sound if you're gonna go for it. 1, 2, 3. Okay. Alrighty, here it comes. I don't want to see low energy in this room. This is for you guys. There you go, feel it. On the count of 3, you're gonna erupt with more energy than you've had all weekend. 1, 2, 3, go! Yes! Come on, come on, come on! Bring that energy, come on! Yes, make a sound that makes you feel great. make a sound. There we go. Now take your seats, but keep the energy high. Okay, so who feels from this state you're gonna make a more empowered decision to change your life? Show a fist. Some of you are like, holy shit, I need to start working out. Not a bad idea. So our emotional state controls the quality of our life because our emotions affect every single decision we make. Right now, gentlemen in the room, if you're single, from this state, would you walk up to the woman you're attracted to and get her number? Come on, from this state. Okay, maybe not some of you because you're not fully there yet. How about lead your team? How about close the deal? How about ask for the sale? How about increase the amount per sale of your company? Instead of charging $1,000, you feel the confidence to want to charge $2,000 from this place. Not that low energy shit. That won't change your life. So I want to show you this model in real time, what we just did. It's really simple. It's called the triad. I learned this from Tony Robbins. The first piece to changing your emotional state, a lot of people think it's the mind. It's not the mind, it's the body. Who here, when you started jumping and dancing, all of a sudden you're in a good fucking mood? Some of you drank last night. Like, damn, I actually feel pretty good. So when you're in a fearful state, if you can take control of your physiology, like the power postures from the Harvard study, or maybe do a little energy crank, it's gonna allow you to not be in a limited place. Because when you change your physiology, the next thing that will change is your focus. Your attention's gonna shift. Everyone right now, just put a big old stupid smile on your face. Come on. Just like look silly. Just do it. Come on. Some of you aren't doing it. Come on. Oh my God, holy shit. All of a sudden I feel so good. The body influences the mind. To take control of your emotions, you gotta start with your body. And then number three, your language. We've been talking a lot about language. A lot of people have a disempowering vocabulary, internally and externally. They tell you about all their fucking problems all the time. And all of a sudden they hypnotize themselves into believing their own bullshit. We all do this. All men are the same, all women are the same. Not true. But we say these things to ourselves because we don't want to be wrong to us. That's what our brain does. So we have to learn how to take control of our emotional states. You guys with me? This is making sense? Cool. So, the easiest, quickest way to do it is your physiology. So that was one of the tools I want to give you. I want you to remember, next time you're scared to do something, put your body in a posture that's not scared. All of a sudden, you're going to have a new energy. You're going to get new insights because it changes your focus. And what you focus on grows. Next slide. So, who has had a traumatic experience that influenced the way you viewed the world or yourself? Show hands. Don't be ashamed. For those of you whose hands aren't up, you lie about other shit too. Come on, we've all been through trauma. Some of us so traumatic we haven't even remembered those experiences. So I want to tell you a quick story. And the story is about somebody I care about deeply. My mother. And my mom is the sweetest angel. She's a beautiful soul. If like an angel was in human form, it'd be my mom. And one time, I was like 9, 10 years old. And there was this experience that I had with my mom that shocked the shit out of me. And it was when I was in my living room, and I was playing Guitar Hero. Who knows that game, Guitar Hero? I'm like 10 years old. And I'm jamming out like crazy. Like the TV's volume's turned up, I got the speakers going, I'm going nuts. I'm like a 10-year-old kid. My mom comes in the room, and she says something, I don't fully remember what she said, but she needed help with something. And I just totally blew her off. And she was like, I need your help, clean the room, turn the music down, your brother's trying to sleep, or something along these lines. I'm like, screw you. And I'm just jamming, I'm having a good time, I'm playing Guitar Hero. My sister's on the couch clapping for me. She's like, yeah, and I'm just like, I'm being an asshole to my mom, and she thought it was funny, or whatever it might have been. I just wasn't listening, I was owning who I was. I was in this like total, playful, loving, kind of rebellious freedom state. I was in a high emotional state. All of a sudden, my mom comes back in the room and slaps the living shit out of me. Rightfully so. But as a 10-year-old kid, now if my dad did that, would have saw it coming. Like, that wasn't rare. But my mom, this lady never harmed a fly. I don't think I ever heard her raise her voice my entire life. And she came up and slapped the living shit out of me. And as this 10-year-old kid, I'm like, I don't even know what was going on. So what happened? Let's go to the next slide. In that moment, something changed inside of my nervous system, and all of you have had experiences like this. I'm in this high state. My mom slaps me. My physiology instantly changes from one of totally empowerment to one of totally disempowerment and fear. Because experiencing fear from my mom was not common. Experiencing fear from my dad, very common. But my mom, very rare. So this really threw me off. And what happened is in that moment, I made a meaning. And this is what it was. I can never be mean to women. I can never talk back. I can never say no. And I can never hurt people that I love. Something along those lines. I made all these meanings. Why did I make those meanings? Because my focus changed. Nope, go back. My focus changed. My attention shifted. Not to the good, but to the bad. Like, oh, I'm doing something wrong. Shame, guilt. But something way deeper than that. I formed a belief about women in general in that moment. And the belief was something along the lines of like, I can never tell a girl no. Now, I didn't even remember this experience. I uncovered this memory when I was actually at a seminar like this. It just came to me. I was like, holy shit, I forgot what all of this meant. And what I realized was like, holy shit. In my business, I always crushed it. Very masculine, driven, leader. But with women, I always struggled. I was like a pleaser. Ladies, how does a pleaser make you feel? Women want to be pleased, but they don't want a pleaser. Right? Am I wrong? So, I'm so confused because my whole life, everything's good besides my relationship department. Not all of them, but most of the women I ever been with, they always cheated on me. And I was so confused. I gave them everything they want. I had a great friend, but I didn't have a passionate lover because she didn't respect me because I didn't respect myself. I didn't know how to put my foot down because I had these stupid meanings about my mom. Oh, if I tell a girl no, that means I'm bad or it's wrong or I shouldn't do that. So I tiptoed around with my balls neutered, not ever being able to do anything around women. And this screwed my life up. I had $1 million company, but in my relationship, I felt absolutely dead inside. And I coach now a lot of men and women around this category. They come to me because they want to create success, more success. But when we really dig under it, a lot of the times the women coming to me who are very high achievers, they struggle with men because they're more masculine, they're more of a leader in that area. And all the guys they attract are nice guys. And they're like, he just doesn't, I don't know what it is. He doesn't own his masculinity, that's what it is. He's afraid to say no because he has some bullshit shit in his head about what his mom told him or society or this and that. So he's disconnected from his core energy. And at the same time, I get all these men that want to work with me. Good men, successful. Relationship category, or they always struggle with women. I don't get it, man. I'm so nice. I give her everything she wants. It's part of the problem. If you're giving her everything she wants, is that authentic to you? Of course not. So what did we learn about authenticity? It's a low vibration. She can smell that bullshit all day of the week. Every day of the week she smells that. She almost wants you to say no sometimes. Like, God, will you just tell me no? I've had women tell me this. Ladies, correct me if I'm wrong. They're like, you're right, but I don't want to admit it. It's true. And the truth sets you free. Next slide. So like I said, when I use the words masculine and feminine, I am not referring to gender. I'm referring to energies. Ladies, I know a lot of people who come to seminars, and I've been doing this shit for a long time. Since I was 17 years old, I've been around this world. A lot of women that come, they're very successful, so they have masculine energy developed, and there's nothing wrong with that. Every guy should be able to kind of wallow back and forth between masculine and feminine. If you're not able to be feminine, you'll never connect with a girl because you can't enter her world. It's a different world than a men's world. It's an emotional world. That's how women connect, is with feelings, emotions. And if you don't have that part of you developed, they'll never fully feel safe. Ladies, right or wrong? 100%. Same with women. If women are always in their masculine energy and they don't know how to soften and let go, will the man ever feel like he wants to claim her and own her in the way she wants to be? No, but she's scared. She might not feel safe to open up to that man. But at a point, if she trusts that man, if he's a good man, she's got to put her guard down. So this is a lot of work I do with the people I work with. But in our culture, so many people don't have tools to awaken these energies inside of them. So some of you are saying, why is he talking about this? The reason I'm talking about this is because we talked about authenticity. We talked about authenticity being the highest form of energy. But some of you in this room are masculine men, and you've put on this pink feminine mask, and you forgot who the hell you are, and you're wondering why your life is going a certain way. That might be why. Part of it. It's not the full answer, but I'm sure that plays in, because it's not authentic. It's not real. Same with the women. Drive, success, a lot of masculine energy, nothing wrong with that. But when you come home to your man, you better know how to take that hat off. If you are not exercising your core energy, and when I say core energy, what I mean is masculine or feminine. If you're a man, 90% of the time, you're gonna have a masculine energy. You may not know, because you've given it away and you're getting older and you haven't exercised this shit in so long. But some men can inherently be more feminine. It's rare, but it is real. Same with women. Most women at their core are feminine, but because of trauma, because of maybe getting taken advantage of by another man, because of what their mom told them, they had to protect themselves. So what would protect them? Masculine energy. The masculine energy preserves the feminine energy. It protects it. And that makes the women safe to let go and be in their feminine. But a lot of women, they get stuck in this one gear, and it breaks my heart because it causes them so much pain and they don't have to be there. They should have that gear, just like men should have that soft, nurturing gear. But if a man is always soft and nurturing, that's not enough. That's a third of a man, not even half. Because he's disowned his masculinity. So who in here, like I said, if you're not exercising your core energy most of the time, it doesn't matter how much success you have, you will feel absolutely dead inside. And I know this because that was me. Crushed in business, I had like 25 employees, millions of dollars, traveling the world, total freedom, do whatever I want when I want by the age of like 26. But something still felt lacking. Didn't know what it was. It was this. I had abandoned my true core energy. And when you do that, it's not authentic. So you struggle. And you don't even know why. Because you think you're doing everything right. But you're not owning your truth in the moment. No, I don't want to do the dishes. I run $1 million company. I have higher priorities right now. So who here would want to awaken their core energy today? Show of hands. Some of you are a little hesitant. Like, holy shit, I don't know. Yeah, it's scary, especially for the women, to let go in that space because most of the time that energy has been taken advantage of. So they build a wall, rightfully so. But at some point, if you stay in that, you're only hurting yourself. The walls that once freed you are now boxing you in. So if you want to free that, you have to have, like Dom said, courage. Because the truth will set you free. Ladies, under stress, do you become more masculine or more feminine? Under stress, masculine. Gentlemen, under stress, do you become more masculine or feminine? Feminine. Get into pleasing, trying to fix everything, blah, blah, blah. Is that authentic? Interesting. Some of you are making a lot of connections right now. Like, oh yeah, makes a lot of fucking sense. Next slide. Most women under stress become more masculine, and most men under stress become more feminine. So today, I want to give you a tool that awakens your core energy, and I'm going to split the room. Now, like I said, not literally split it, but I'm going to have the men stand up and then the women stand up. Now, I'm going to say 99% of the men in this room are going to identify with masculine energy. So if you identify with masculine energy, even if you don't feel masculine because you've become a pleaser because you cut your balls off because someone told you that's what they wanted, and you believe them, that's the problem. You believe them, and it was a test. Then I'm going to have you stand up. See, really quick, I know I'm going a little bit on a tangent, but a lot of you are liking this. A woman will test you, men. And it's not a conscious thing, it's an unconscious thing. Because she's trying to be certain that you're a strong, capable man. So she'll hit you where it hurts. She'll make some comment that makes you feel a little insecure. Next time that happens, this is what I want you to say. She's loving on me. She wants to feel my strength. She wants me to pull her into me and let her know I will always be here for her. Try it. I know this is not like a relationship thing, but try it. It'll change your fucking life. You bring her closer. Ladies? Oh, light bulbs. Okay, so men, stand up. Close your eyes. Ladies, just embrace the moment.
Sorry to be that guy that shuts off the video right as it's getting freaking good. Listen, you don't want to miss this, and I want to give it to you completely for free. YouTube actually took the video down because I have copyright music that I use in this exercises for both the men and the women, but I want to give it to you completely for free. All you got to do is click the link. There's a link where you put in your name, your email, and I will email you the rest of this talk completely for free and allow you to awaken your masculine and or feminine energy. I hope you enjoy it. Don't be the person that just watched that 20-30 minutes and then goes on to not actually do the whole important part. You're not going to want to miss it. It is totally worth your time, and it's completely free. All right, click below now.